All right, you band of Bagbonian bug snatchers, it's time to officially make the How to Kill Leviathan video. All right, this is the lineup. You've got Rebel Y-Wing, Outrider, and Millennium Falcon. If you noticed, my Outrider and Falcon are Relic 7 and Relic 8. And then I'm bringing in Phantom 2. All right. You will not need the Ghost most of the time, but I leave it in the lineup to counter Executors and other Profundities. Houndstooth, mine's Relic 5. A strong Biggs can do it, but you really just need something who can jump in as a reinforcement and immediately taunt. Right. And then the TIE Defender for cleanup. Let me show you how this goes. By the way, I've found this counter is effective most of the time. I'm winning probably 3 to 4 out of 5 rounds, so we might even lose this one, but we'll test it out. First thing we need to do, everything just races the clock. Outrider is almost full on turn meter, but we're going to give him the rest, just so he can get 10% from that move from the Profundity and 20% from this one. That'll put him at 30% right off the bat. We're going to take down the bomber's, what do you call that thing, a taunt. Notice that we got the buff immunity. That's really important. So we're going to shift gears over to Assassin. This might be TIE Dagger for other ships and other lineups. Since he has buff immunity, I can attack the TIE Dagger a couple of times without causing any trouble. Now I can use this one on TIE Dagger. The hope is that I get a few assists, like that. TIE Dagger poofs and is gone. Right. Look at all these debuffs here. I've got Suspense, can't gain buffs, Daze, Defense down. Not happy, so I'm going to use this one here. Boom, to get rid of that. Normally I would want to attack then to get as much progress towards my ultimate as possible. But at this point, this is where Fury is probably going to nuke somebody, so I'm going to bring in Houndstooth. Can immediately get taunt. And just continue to attack, try to get as many crits and assists as possible. Here comes the attack on Houndstooth. He survived. All right, we're going to go for some more hits. Hopefully get some crits. Got a crit. Okay, good. He destroyed my hangar. The next ship I summon is going to die. All right, I'm going to hit this one to get up to 80%. Just keep shooting. Here we are, 80%. I'm going to use this move here, right, on Outrider. That gets to 90%, and then Outrider is going to use this one to try to get a bunch of crits. Looks like I got 3 or 4 crits, another 5, and that may or may not have been enough. We'll have to see. This is the part that matters the most. This is where you can lose. If Profundity is not ready to go, we will lose. I could use this one. I'm actually just go for the chance to get an extra hit. Got some more crits. This should be golden. There we are. Let's send off the Leviathan. Admiral, we have the plans. All right, looking good. At this point, I got all the time in the world, so I'm going to go ahead and just buff up. And just do some damage. You can still lose this. As you saw, my Outrider was taking some serious damage there. First ship I'm going to bring in is the Phantom. He will die. Goodbye. Right. If things are going bad, you can imagine at this point, you can see that I'm doing fairly well. But, especially if the Sith Assassin survives, these guys are going to have foresight on them. They become really, really hard to kill. And you can just literally just time out. You might win, you might lose, but you've only got a minute and a half left. So at this point, I want to bring in my TIE Defender. All right. I won't need him this round, but he's very easily able to come in, stun somebody, and really just start dominating the field here at the end with some serious cleanup. So you can see we're going to get our win, and all is well. That looks like a little glitch on the TIE Defender when he uses one of those abilities. And there you go. Profundity smokes the Leviathan and gets you back up on top, right where you belong. All right. So, pleasure. Hope this is helpful to anybody out there who gets a Profundity, or if you see a Profundity, cause some trouble, or if you have a friend that has a Profundity, you'll know now how this counter has come to be. The origin of it came in part from Libmeister, who said, "Hey, what about this two-tank method?" Which was Biggs. I tried that out for a while. Biggs kept dying. Biggs kept dying. Biggs kept dying. Let me bring in Houndstooth. And then I got to a point where I was able to banish Leviathan almost every time, but I would still lose almost every time. And it was because the Sith ships could defeat me no matter what. And that's when I decided I needed to bring in a better reinforcing ship. And that's where TIE Defender comes in. If we look at its reinforce ability, right, he's going to reinforce with foresight. That helps. Okay. He's going to reinforce with special forces, and that's really important because he's going to use this ability, or she, I should say. All right. Deal physical damage, remove turn meter, and stun them. If they have special forces, which they will because you're reinforcing, stun can't be dispelled, it can't be evaded, it can't be resisted. So you're going to be able to jump in the battle, take somebody key out, using your abilities to deal damage 3 times. That allows you to rapidly take off stacks from the Marauder, and whatnot. If you're running low on time, you're getting plus 50% crit chance and plus 50% crit damage because you have special forces. And so the TIE Defender sweeping in on the back end really is a mop-up and can just devastate the remaining ships in no time at all. Hope this is helpful to you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.